Welcome to week 2, day 2. So today we're going to start out up against the wall again. You are going to have a band option as well as either a foam roller and a foam roller or ball option. So if you have those handy, great. If not, don't worry, you can do them without. But we are going to start up against the wall. So yesterday we were working on moving and transitioning from the side to the front. I stepped out of frame. I was not prepared. So just to show, if that's bothering your wrists, again, option here is to have a ball underneath your hand. You can steeple the fingers toward the wall. Thumbs can be kind of free, and it gives you so you don't have quite that strong angle on the wrist. Okay, so it's also created some instability, so it would give you another option. So I will demonstrate with this one today as we go. So we're going to start in this same position. So core, engage, ribs down, arm out. How far in or out do you want your legs so you can do whatever it is that we are doing? All right, so here we go. So start shoulder blade back and in. Again, that neck stays relaxed. Okay, so check in there, check in with the core. So you're going to bend your elbow as far as you're comfortable and then straighten it. So again, making sure the torso stays in that rectangle. You're going to rotate forward. So feet wider, more stable, and then you're going to bend the elbow again, this time more down toward the ground, bring it back. Rotate back to side, bend the elbow, bring it out. Rotate forward, bend the elbow, bring it out. So continue alternating the two. Just seeing what range of motion can you do and making sure that you're maintaining this rectangle. And again, the challenge is, again, as always, the planks, control through the core. Okay, so I'm just banking really off that inside foot. All right, let's switch hands while we're here. And let's start with the front one this time. So bend the elbow a little bit, straighten, rotate, bend, and straighten, rotate. So if that rotating confuses you, option to stay side, do a few of the bend and straightens here. And then do a few of the bend and straightens in the front position. Again, notice right and left, are they the same? Are they different? Again, take your time. You can go slower than me. I don't mind, just not faster. Okay, we go faster, we start to use momentum. And again, I want that nice slowness for muscle work. There are other ways you can load it. So if you want more of a challenge, maybe one leg stays lifted. Again, that would be an option, right? My knee doesn't like being the inside leg, so it is kind of an option, and that's how I do it. You just don't see it. All right, last one here. And release. All right, we're going to go to a front plank. So how are you going to do your front plank? Okay, do you want all fours? Do you want the hands elevated up on a box? Do your chair or the couch? Do you want to be knees down, knees back, knees up? Again, pick your option. And so if you have a band, and again, I like flat bands for this, you don't have to do it this way, but you can. Again, we're going to build off what we did last time. So again, I'm going to pick all fours because it's easier for me to talk and do it. So if you have the band, you're just going to wrap it once around your right hand. And then once around your left hand. So the right hand's going to stay down. We are pushing out with the knees, regardless of where you are. Your long spine, shoulder blades back, elbows point behind you. All right, so yesterday, day 1, we did the lowering down and the lowering up. We were starting to get you into that rotation, right? So now we're going to rotate again, but this time we are going to go up. So I want you to pull on the band, keep your pelvis still, lift your elbow up and away. stay on that side. So core stable, push out with those knees first, and then slowly rotate and pull. And again, if that's too much, you do it without the band. Again, what's your option if you don't have a band? Do it without the band. You're still getting lots of work. The addition of the band, it just makes those obliques work harder, makes your stabilization harder. Okay, again, if you're down on your elbows, same motion, nothing else changes. So this goes back to some of the stuff we did on week one, getting that upper back to really rotate. So pelvis is still, you're pushed out, core is long, and you're getting the upper back, that rib cage to turn. Is the range of motion big? No. Okay, so you're holding the core stable, adding the element of challenge. All right, and then come to the other side. So again, band. Wrapped around the left, then wrapped around the right. The left hand stays still, it's pushing out. Again, even if you're on your elbows, it's the same thing. You're still wrapping that left hand. Okay, so elbows out, rotate, push out with the hips. Sorry, push out with the knees, get into the hips. Make sure as you go, the weight stays centered. You have 3 solid points here. Okay, so you got a hand and you got 2 knees. So nice solid points, get into that rotation. Again, from the down position. All right. So taking your time here, making sure the pelvis stays level, keep that pressing out. So I just noticed my hips were shifting because I wasn't pressing out. Okay, so really focus on feeling that. Again, if you want to do a few more of those, feel free to pause this video and do so. But we're going to move on to the reverse plank. So you can choose ankles on the foam roller, ankles on ball, foam roller. Less challenge in terms of wobbliness, but you are going to get a little bit more roll. The ball is going to be more challenging to control. So since I'm talking, I'm going to use the foam roller. So this time you're going to start out with your legs on the foam roller. And again, you can choose, do you want hands? Do you want elbows? Do you want elbows up on something? Okay, that is entirely up to you. So I'm going to start here. I don't have something I can go grab for demonstrate in the chair. So core engages, elbows push back. So you're going to, after you've got that set, you're going to lift up and push out. And then slowly back in. Don't have something to roll with. I got you covered here in a moment. Let me get these people going. Push out. Okay, so you get a lot of things here. Keep going. You're getting some gentle rolling of the calf. This is dynamic. If you want to option for a little bit more challenge, keep your hips up. So don't let them touch. You really have to lift up out of the chest, out of the shoulders, and you can even pull back more and then go in. Hold. Slowly drop those hips. Pull through. Hold. Shoulder blades go back as those legs shoot forward. Okay, so you don't have any choice. What are you going to do? Okay, so you're going to have those knees a little bit bent. You're going to lift up like we were just doing. You're going to let the feet go flat, and you're going to straighten the legs and pull back. The feet go flat. So you're using a little bit more leg strength to be able to do that. But similar for the upper body, in that you get the opening here, and then you have to control and keep that opening. All right. So that is for week. So session 2, week 2. These numbers get confusing. So play with those for a little bit, and I will see you guys tomorrow again. Something slightly different. Bye. Oh.